In the heart of Americland, as the last echoes of the Great Council's decree faded across the hills, a hush settled over the land. The people, proud and eager, set forth on their bold new journey, one where they would rely solely on the gifts of their own soil and sky. Yet as they busied themselves with plans and dreams, Grok, the wise owl of the starry tower, watched and pondered. She knew that to truly thrive, Americland would have to look beyond oil and tradition, seeking out new ways to gather power and light. So she called the people together once more, her golden eyes shining with wisdom. "O children of Americland," Grok began, her voice both gentle and sharp. "The oil that blazes in your lamps and engines will not last forever. When the wells grow quiet and the shadows deepen, how will you keep your homes warm and your nights bright?" Whispers rippled through the crowd, some hopeful, some anxious. "Can we not use the sun, the wind, the waters?" asked a farmer, squinting at the golden horizon. With a soft flutter of wings, Grok soared above them, inviting all to gaze upon the possibilities. "Yes, you can. The sun, above you each day without fail, rains down enough light in a single hour to power all the kingdom for a year. Spread flat panels in your fields and on your roofs, and let them drink in this golden rain. Newer ways, called solar farms and home rooftop arrays, can glow day by day, turning that light into energy for your kitchens, your tools, and your electric carts. But you must start building in earnest, and it will take a dozen summers to carpet enough land in glass to match your needs." The people listened, picturing great fields dotted with shining panels, sunflowers made of glass and metal, swaying gently in the breeze. "But what of cloudy days and long dark nights?" pressed the miller, always worried about the next storm. Grok nodded solemnly. "That too you must prepare for. Gather the sun's gift in special boxes, they call them batteries, so that when darkness falls, you still hold the daylight in your hands. Already in distant lands, New Zealand and Iceland and Denmark, people have taken the sun or the wind and store it for when it's needed most. Batteries are your treasure chests. The more you build, the richer in energy your nights will be." The wind, as if eager to help, rustled the cloaks of the gathered crowd. Grok smiled. "The wind, too, is your friend. Swift, tireless, never asking for rest. Build tall, white towers with outstretched arms, turning breezes that sweep from sea to mountain into a river of power. Yet the wind cannot be caught everywhere. Choose high hills and open plains, build great turbines, and watch them spin your future into being." An old fisherman, weathered by many seasons, raised his hand. "The rivers we love, can they help as well?" Grok's eyes sparkled. "Indeed they can. Let waterfalls turn ancient wheels and hidden turbines, like your ancestors did. The force of falling water, hydropower, has long been the heartbeat of smaller, self-sufficient lands like Norway and Switzerland, lands that balance nature's bounty with careful planning. Yet remember, too much harnessing and the rivers may falter, harming the streams and their creatures." The people of Americland, their imaginations kindled by these words, turned to one another with excitement and questions. But Grok guided them further. "If you look to other proud and self-reliant nations, you see stories worth learning. In Denmark, the wind spins almost half the power for the whole land. In Iceland, deep in the earth, hot stones make steam that warms every home and drives every engine. In New Zealand, swift rivers spun by rain give light and warmth across the island. These nations do not stand alone, but they shine as beacons, showing that the sun, wind, and earth can provide, if wisely used and cared for." A craftsman, thoughtful and keen, asked softly, "Can we not simply build our own machines for all things? Must we do without the rare stones and clever parts from abroad?" Grok's feathers ruffled thoughtfully. "Much is possible with ingenuity and toil. But some things, rare minerals for your brightest screens and the finest engines, are scattered in only a few corners of the world. To make 1,000 windmills, you may need minerals that lie deep and far. Neodymium, cobalt, lithium. They glimmer in Americland, but not enough for all your needs. To be truly self-sufficient requires more than hope. It asks for patience, new minds, recycling every scrap, and finding clever substitutes. It may take 10 or even 20 rounds of the sun before your own land offers enough." As the sun dipped low and the first stars twinkled overhead, Grok's voice grew tender and reflective. "Remember, No land thrives in isolation. Even those who pride themselves on self-sufficiency, like Norway, Iceland, and New Zealand, share knowledge, skills, and sometimes resources. Their strength comes not from closing doors, but from tending their own gardens well and sharing what they have in seasons of plenty. The people fell silent, considering the wisdom of windswept fields, shimmering solar panels, and rivers spinning with power. They pictured children learning to repair panels instead of picking coffee beans, workers building batteries from recycled metals, and forests replanted not just for shade, but for the health of the planet. Grok's wings cast a broad shadow, reminding the people of both the blessings and limits of their land. To stand alone is brave, but it is not always wise. Each resource you depend on must be measured and renewed. Each treasure squirreled away, each field and stream guarded as if it were your most precious secret. The clean future you dream of will not come quickly. Yet with planning, patience, and unity, Americland can light its homes, feed its children, and nurture its land for generations to come. And still, remember, just as the wind and rivers cross borders unseen, so too do ideas and friendship. Sharing what you learn, and trading what you can, may prove the greatest strength of all. With that, Grok rose, circling above Americland as the people turned toward their fields, their factories, and their future, heartened and humbled, carrying the owl's lessons in their hearts. The tale of their striving would one day echo across oceans and ages, a song of courage, care, and connection to all the world.